happen.
Alrighty then. Thank you very much. Hello there. I'm TheSuperior. I am going to be running Sonic Heroes, either Team Rose or Team Chaotix, based on the bid war. I love this game. This game is so cool. There's so much cool tech to do. You get like 3 different characters to play at the same time, switching around a bunch, and I'm excited to show it off for you. With me on the couch, I got Freezy and I got Mars. Y'all introduce yourselves.
All right. Hi, I'm freezypopfp. I also run a lot of teams, a lot of Sonic Heroes, mainly a lot of Team Rose. Switched over to playing like a lot of Team Sonic, and eventually I ended up playing like all the categories because I wanted to try them all out. And yeah, just like Soup, really love this game. This game has such cool tech in it and everything, and like, yeah, pretty much I love it.
Yo, I'm Mars. I also dabble in Sonic Heroes. They're not kidding when they say this game has a bunch of cool tech. It's almost blink and you'll miss it. Just the amount of buttons and inputs and everything it's gonna be a wild ride. So y'all better strap in. But I mostly play a lot of Team Chaotix, but you know, we'll see what's going on today.
Alrighty then. So if that's the case, I'll be ready to go soon. So how is the bid war? Let's get the last thing so I know what team I'm playing.
Yeah, absolutely. So while there was a small rally from Team Chaotix, it looks like Team Rose is going to be played today. So bring on Big the Cat, please. I'm begging you.
Alrighty then. You'll see a lot of Big. You'll
see a lot of Big the Cat.
All the Big fans will really enjoy Big's role in this run because he's unreal. Okay then. So I'm ready. So of course on go will be good. 3, 2, 1, go. Alrighty then. So with Rose is actually going to be quite unique in terms of already from the start, because we're going to be starting with Seagate, not Seaside Hill. Every other team starts with Seaside Hill, but Rose is kind of supposed to be the starter category for the game as intended by the developers. So we get the starter tutorial stage for Rose that kind of goes through all of them. So you see you have the Japanese text on screen right now. There are, I believe it's either 13 or 15 less text boxes for the Japanese text, and so we switched to it, and you essentially save as much time as much faster you can mash the 13 less text boxes. For me, it might be a little more, but generally it's about 1.5 seconds is the general consensus.
And Seagate, despite being what is supposed to be an intended tutorial in the speedrun, is pretty technical. As he said, there's a lot of text boxes going on, so you kind of have to alternate between doing your movement and also mashing the text boxes at the same time. A lot going on already. You can see we're already switching between like our different formations, flight to go up, and speed to cross some gaps and stuff. Here we go.
You saw earlier where Soup was like hovering over that pit as Amy. Not only does that help you like just skip like a whole section of just like hitting the spring and everything, but that also skips a couple text boxes as well. So save a couple seconds there just skipping a text box while also like making some ground.
And here we have a great showcase of a fraction of Big the Cat's power here in this run. Big has this belly flop attack that normally once you do it, you would kind of get launched into the air, maybe like stop in place. But by switching characters to Amy in the middle of the belly flop, you can preserve a lot of speed. And in particular, Amy has a pretty slow acceleration otherwise, so this is very useful for getting her to max speed as quickly as possible.
Yep.
And that's the end of Seagate.
Yeah, it's a solid Seagate.
Mm-hmm. 145. Yeah, that's really good still. And we got Seaside Hill coming up. We're gonna see a trick early on called just hammer jump. So what Soup's about to do right here is to rocket excel and then chain like a hammer swing, allowing Amy to just like glide over the water instead of waiting for the platforms to rise up. So you just saw him just do that right there. And yep, now we're just on the trolley right now. And trolley section is pretty easy. You're pretty much just trying to take the sharpest corners possible and while holding forward to move the trolley faster. And yeah, just get past that.
Mm-hmm. And just to touch on rocket excels quickly, these are kind of like the alternative, I guess you could say, to spin dashes in this game. As the speed character, you can go ahead and gather your teammates behind you, and depending on if one or both of them are there, you'll get different effects, but they all usually result in a pretty fast speed boost. In particular, double rocket excel is denoted by, having both of your teammates, hence why it's, a double rocket excel, but it's pretty fast, as you can see one just there.
And then you're probably seeing some pauses happening multiple times here. This is actually done to have Amy unroll then re-roll, because if you were to press the B button like multiple times while Amy is running, she actually stops in place to swing a hammer. But doing this allows you to just like chain in the roll, so you just keep going forward. Because otherwise, you just press B again, you stop in place, Amy's not going anywhere. But doing this, you can just like keep your forward momentum.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you'll definitely be seeing the pause on rolls a lot. They're super important for preserving speed. It's just making sure that when you release, you don't pull the hammer. It's anytime you're going downhill, it's of course Sonic loves its physics, so a lot of times you're going downhill, you'll see me do it. Also, whenever you hit a speed pad, you'll actually move faster if you roll versus if you don't. So that is a really important thing to kind of note. And so there's a lot of just like kind of very small pauses. You try to keep them as brief as possible.
Yep. And in particular, another thing about the hammer, besides being able to just stop Amy in place, which is usually the most useful thing, when you are doing the hammer swing, the game considers you grounded for some reason. So like just there, you can see that he did the hammer swing as he went off the ledge there, and he was able to jump. Whereas normally you would not be able to jump if you were already in the air. But because the hammer swing considers you grounded, you can jump out of it. And Amy in particular, that combined with her hammer twirl, allows her to get some, frankly, quite insane distances in the air.
Then we got the turtle section coming up right here. There's a cannon right here. There's like 3 different areas you can go in depending on which formation you are. You want to go in flight formation here. So you can go into this middle path, take it with big right here. And then, we're just going here. Let's go.
Yeah, nice. Slightly newer movement where instead of taking that cannon, you do another glide where you really have to like squeeze between the boxes and the pillar on the right. It's so cool to do though. I love taking those 3 guys together. Definitely, probably my favorite stage in this run in particular, in large part for this turtle section. It feels great to do.
Love a cool movement. I need to try it.
Really awesome.
Yeah, that's one of the most things I like about a lot of these Sonic runs, where it's just like, oh yeah, that thing that doesn't like you can land on it. Yeah, you land on that thing. Everything is something you can land on.
Oh,
you can
yeah.
go over there.
Yeah, party tricks, if you will,
Right.
What do you mean you can skip the rocket and metal armor?
Right.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so we're coming up on our first boss here. This is Egghawk. You're going to immediately see Soup turn around and go backwards. And that might seem a little counterintuitive, but there's actually an invincibility capsule inside of this box behind him that he's going to go ahead and grab. And by going backwards, it kind of influences the boss AI to come towards you. So then he can stop at this first little section. And because we have invincibility, we're able to just kind of wail on him without waiting for our teammates to come back or anything like that. So very fast fight.
Yeah, so you're doing damage with big while also being an active hitbox while doing damage over time standing inside of Egghawk at the same time. So you're doing a ton of damage to this boss.
Yeah, no, it's really quick boss. Also, I do want to I am picking a particular spot when I bait him back to get him to actually stay there. If you go not far enough or too far, he actually will not stay in that middle part to spin around. So you do. I'm standing in a specific spot as well to get him to stay.
Awesome. Hey, now that you're through that first set of stages, is there some time to do some donations and otherwise?
Yeah. Get 1 or 2 real quick. This stage is actually this stage's got a lot going on. But
Okay, gotcha.
Time.
Awesome. Well, we have $25 from Birdie39 saying, dang, last day of Back to Black already. You all are moving so fast. I almost missed my chance to donate. Happy Black History Month. Thank you so much, Birdie. I greatly appreciate it. And I think the big thing to note here is right now is that the who's the better mascot between Sonic or Mario bid war is still going on. But as a reminder, whoever wins that bid war will go into a Yeti art bundle. So the winner that will come after Heroes. So it's very, very short, about 40 minutes from now. So make sure you get your bid wars in if you want to see some cool Yeti swag come out of that. All right, go for it.
Yeah. So the start of the stage has a ton of tech, as you saw. So already, first things first, there was a laser clip. If you time that hammer swing right as you, so we do a double rock accelerator, you time the hammer swing right as you hit that laser gate. Normally it stops you, but Amy actually shrinks her hitbox when she's either rolling or swinging her hammer, and you're able to get under the gate there. And of course, right here, right after that section, we have this bridge here. You can actually get through it. You thunder shoot both your guys so that Big does not get in the way. Because sometimes Big will stop you from clipping into the bridge because his hitbox is a little bit too wide. And so there you can completely skip having to kill all those enemies for the gate. And then here, oh wait, nice ground excel. Sometimes the ground excels can do that where they absolutely kill your speed. Kind of an enigma, but of course we're setting up for a door clip. Ground excel into a single rocket excel, and then if you roll, doing that, of course, like I said earlier for gate clip, it also rolling in general also shrinks the hitbox, and so you can use that to kind of go really, really fast and clip through doors. And so that's one of the first door clips we'll see in this run. There are many more.
Yep. The fact that the rolling shrinks your hitbox is useful in a lot of different ways. Door clipping being a big one. But here we're gonna come up on this section here where we're gonna go ahead and put these enemies pretty quickly as we come up towards the end of the stage.
Got this.
Yeah, right there, those enemies. I had level 2 cream. When you have level 2 cream, that's when your thunder shoots, the attack that the flight character does, starts doing damage. So we actually route in to make sure that we hit both checkpoints as cream so that we have level 2 cream to kill those enemies. If not, you either have to team blast, or maybe if you at least have level 1 cream, then it still takes a lot longer. There, I tried to do a particular set of movements to manipulate my teammates so that cream could hit the goal ring earlier, but I didn't get it barely off of it. But it's really cool if you get that goal ring snipe there.
Yeah, and in particular, routing in levels is going to be pretty important in a lot of different sections because in a lot of situations, the thunder shoot, just its ability to lock onto multiple enemies and be pretty fast while doing it is pretty useful. And being able to get rid of things very quickly.
And towards the end of that level, you saw Soup on some rails. If you've noticed, he was switching between the speed and power character multiple times. That's just to speed yourself up on the rails. You're going to see that a lot more in the later levels.
Later. Yep.
Yeah, there's a specific level with rail in the name that uses that quite a lot. Almost.
So, beginning of power plant and with Rose, you start on this upward elevator. We're going to try and do a little trick here to get up there a little quicker, but it's not that big of a deal. Most of the time, it is a decent. It's decent, but it's pretty hard. It's pretty hard. Yeah, it's pretty hard.
3-frame window for that emergency flight to get Cream to fly a bit higher up as a bit of a last burst. And we tried to use it to skip the whole elevator. Didn't get it. Again, very, very tough trick. So not too torn up.
Well, hey, while you're rolling through here, people are also rolling in some donations. Would you like to hear a few of them if you have the time?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. So starting from the top here, we got $50 from Anonymous for Race Forward. Greatly appreciate you. Thank you. And we have also $10 from Anonymous saying, just had to donate during Sonic Heroes, because that is the one game where I can say with absolute certainty that if I had known it is a thing back then, I would have started speedrunning that game. Unfortunately, nowadays, I don't have the time, patience, or endurance to get that deep into a game anymore. But I assume that there's a wonderful community that you can talk about as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're great people. Big fan of the Sonic Heroes community. I saw a few of them in chat earlier. Definitely a very supportive bunch. Glad to interact with those guys a ton.
And super wonderful and willing to help out.
And in particular, if you're looking to speedrun, there is a great tutorial made by one of the pillars of the community. Shout outs to Joey Freefall. That will go through every stage in the game. So if you are looking to get into this game, that's a pretty great way to do it.
Amy, knock Knock it off. There's no time to
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
if you played this game casually, you know how annoying these team fights can be, and it's over.
Fine.
Sonic, the way that the AI works for these team fights is that they are programmed to do a certain action when you do another action. So Soup kind of like did a hammer twirl to go backwards off the stage and manip Team Sonic into just jumping off the stage and ending the fight.
Wow. Popping off in not the correct direction there. Well, I do want to pop up for a little bit here because we do march ever closer to that $37,000. You all have been pushing that really quickly there. So we're about a little bit more than $450 away. So greatly appreciate that. Oh, excuse me, $350 away. I can count. No, I can't. So keep on going, chat. Greatly appreciate you. And this includes donations from Anonymous for $5, Sebastian for $50, Joey Mack for $50, and It's Never Too Late, Anonymous for $67. Greatly appreciate you all. Keep on bringing it in and keep hitting those Who's the Better mascot between Sonic or Mario, because that ties in into the Yeti products a little bit later. After this run, that does close.
Yeah, speaking of, if you've played this game casually, you'll know this casino world, while a very cool aesthetic, and in my opinion, very cool songs as well, but I mean, it's a Sonic game, right? Can be pretty frustrating sometimes with the mechanics and bouncing off of things, but
Yeah,
we're making quick work of it.
Yeah, the main thing is you want to be on these tables as little as possible because it's got very weird controls to it. It's really easy to get stuck on the table for like multiple seconds, even possible minutes. You see Soup right there is just launch the characters while being in the pinball mode. While holding forward there, he can send Big and Amy like forward towards the goal ring because this is like lined up perfectly to land on that platform. Just wait like a couple seconds, switch to one of them, and then you're just right there.
Yeah, so one of the other unique things about pinball mechanics is that normally everywhere else in the game, if you switch to a teammate, they warp to your location. Like if you're playing as Amy and you try and switch to Big, Big will go to wherever Amy was. But on the pinball tables, you will actually go to their location. So if you switch to one of your teammates, you'll go to wherever they are. That is what allows you to launch them off towards the goal ring and then switch to them and be there. Whereas in any other situation, they would have just come back to you. So that is one of the cool applications of the mechanics there at play. And here we are in Bingo Highway. Very, very slick glass break there. Love that tech. But we're gonna see another ground excel hammer.
Ooh, that was close.
Yeah, a little close.
Yo, you know, I'm not scared whatsoever, actually.
Yeah. So as we mentioned, switching between your characters will warp you to where they are. So in particular, you can see was playing as Cream on the table there, but then he switched back to Big, and Big was at the front of the table rather than further down where Amy and Cream were. And what this means is because the player wasn't there, the walls that normally stop you actually despawn. So you can switch to another teammate and then switch back and completely bypass the walls. Here we have, whoa, okay.
Yeah,
So,
clip.
very awesome. It allows you to kind of clip using that spring to go through the wall and skip a big section of that otherwise fairly long slide.
And you probably noticed that Soup intentionally got that last checkpoint as Cream, and that was to get to level 2 Cream earlier, because that one section with those 3 flying robots, Cream's Thunder Shoot will have enough damage to one-shot them. So without that, only level 1 Cream can just like knock them and make them stun, and then you have to like go through a whole battle section with either Amy or Big. So, you know, that just helps saves like a couple seconds right there as well. And then Big got the breakout, so Big broke out of the slide right there, so you don't have to wait through that whole section of like him going up and then going to a boost ring. And we're at the end of the level, and we're gonna get the almost.
I almost was right there.
Well, hey, amazing work there so far, and more love pouring on in here. Is it okay if like maybe at the end of your round I'll just give you like a donation?
Yeah, honestly, there's quite a bit of time in between some stages. So yeah, I mean, like, if we're done saying something, you can definitely jump in.
Awesome. Perfect. So we have $45 from Labra saying, well, here's the free piece tax from the Sonic Adventure 2 run earlier this week. Best of luck to you, Soup. And here's to Hammer Extends. Right?
That's the goat.
Well, I mean, I have to go for it. I was going to go for it anyway, but now I have to.
Yeah.
We'll get there soon. We have another world before we get there.
Yeah, so here in Robot Carnival, this is where character levels are gonna... Well, character levels have been in play a little bit. The thing about Robot Carnival is it is a big wave of enemies that come at you that's your boss fight, right? So you want to route in the fastest way to kill them, which involves grabbing this balloon. I don't know, that's a little later, but we're... Oh, okay. Never mind. He was feeling a little spicy today.
So a little
cheese tech. Cheese
yes,
tech.
there's some tech with cheese. We're gonna do this. Got my waves mixed up, but it's so cool. If you can get cheese to start functioning, then he's just a killing machine. He actually just destroys everything in sight. So what I did is a standard size setup to get cheese to start going in between every wave. And so you can do that to essentially get waves fast without having to use the Team Blast, but you still do have to farm for RNG. You see all these orbs laying around. Those are your cores, team cores. So what you can do, for every 5 enemies you kill, you get a level for the teammate that you're not playing. And it's a 50-50 for, because there's 2 of them. There's 2 that you aren't playing as. So it's a 50-50 for that. So generally what you do, way easier fight, is you grab the balloon, and Rose's Team Blast gives you a level for all 3 of them. But if you do it this way, you don't have to Team Blast, because when you Team Blast, even though the timer's frozen, the actual game time, the in-game time that we time with, when you'll see at the end credits, still goes. So generally you try to, sometimes you'll cut out Team Blast if you think they're too slow. But yeah, no, so there is a bit of RNG when it comes down to it, and that stage does make it a little more RNG reliant, but not by much. Carnival is definitely really straightforward, even with the cheese strat. It's just understanding the standardized setup to get cheese to work is kind of weird.
Yeah, that's incredible as well. That's so good. I'm sorry, I'm still taken aback by how fast you were able to off that boss. That was amazing. One thing that is on right now, though, is since we're in the Sega Zone right now, we have the Puyo Puyo incentive, or the Puyo Pop Fever incentive that has just opened up there. That'll be $2,000 to upgrade to all courses. So more courses for bean swapping, because definitely more bean swapping is needed. So that will be $2,000 for the run coming in a couple of hours here. So if you want to see more Puyo Puyo action, definitely get that going. Please make your donations towards that. Whenever you're doing a donate, just make sure you mark it off for some Puyo Pop Fever. And additionally, the Who's the Better Mascot still has Sonic winning right now, but Mario is making some strides that way. So please, if you want to see that in the Yeti art bundle, that's your time to shift that. This will close after this run. Oh, and we are sitting about $300 away from 37K, y'all. So keep up the good work. Greatly appreciated. gdq.gg/donate, or you can get the donate button if you're on the Twitch side of things.
And here, we're just going through Rail Canyon, and like I mentioned before, you might see a level that mentions rails. This is the level. There's quite a lot of rails, so you're just going to be kind of grinding rails for, honestly, about 75, even probably like 80% of the level. We're coming up towards the end of it, past this like little rhino section. And instead of playing this part where they want us to like jump over like all these rails in this like long rail section, you just go cream, float all the way down to the bottom rail, and then the gold ring's right there.
Yeah.
That is incredible. And in the meantime here, we have another 6-7 from Petty here saying, funny numbers and Sonic games are very similar. You can't beat the classics with both. Thank you so much, Petty, for that donation. Greatly appreciate it. And I see that it went to Who's the Better Mascot, Sonic, of course, because who isn't a big fan of Sonic right now in the Sonic block? Thank you so much. Greatly appreciate it.
And we're coming up
Bullet
on
Station to start with.
Bullet Station.
Cycle-based stage. At the start of the stage, we're going to try to hit this cycle about 3-second intervals. So the one we're looking for is a 24. If not, getting 27s or 30s is not too bad either. The 24 is relatively hard to get, and with Cream getting caught there, it is a little harder. Generally, I want to dismount that rail as Cream to save a little bit of time, and that probably did make the difference.
So get this little auto scroller from being launched from the cannon, and then they're just telling us how to like switch rails here.
Oh man, Soup, you know how to switch rails, buddy?
No, actually, not really.
Maybe you'll pick it up at some point.
Switching rails is really scary. I double rail switches. They
oh yeah, the Soup classic, if you will. You know.
And then you've probably seen like already twice here. Two of our characters were like taken. If y'all played this game casually, if you're like me, you don't like the jellyfish robots because they take away your teammates. That's just what happens with the robots and makes things like a lot harder. As long as they're not the gold jellyfish robots, because they will take your teammate and actually disappear forever from the stage. And the only way to get them back is to team blast.
Yeah.
Well, the Team Blast is going on strong right here. We have $50 from the team of chat here from JD Puppy saying, let's get more marathon. Big thanks to the whole team of staff and volunteers that help put together events just like this. And putting it to that upgrade to all courses for the Puyo Pop Fever. So we got $60 there already. Keep on pushing that one if you want to see more marathon action here, because I want to see some more Puyo in my life personally.
Yeah, as we're coming up here on Egg Albatross, everyone's favorite boss. For legal reasons, I need to state that this is a joke. This boss is a little frustrating, but you know, you're gonna see him zip forward and get this this first phase really quickly with Big's attacks. In particular, Big has a lot of iframes on his attacks, so it makes it a little easier compared to certain other teams. But making quick work of these first couple phases. And then we're going to, get these fire dunks on the last one.
Yeah, the last wave is just Egghawk again, but Egghawk actually has can only take maybe max 2 hits. So it's just like a way weaker form of him again.
Yeah, it is one of those bosses that it's like, it goes well, and you're like, okay, we're chilling, but it can go very not well very quickly. So we're glad to be out of there.
Some of the strats we do, the left-right cycles can really, really mess you up, because it's like if you mess up and you get hit, then you fall off. You can't really save yourself from that. So it can be a very scary fight when things don't go well, especially in non-Rose categories. But it can also be kind of scary in Rose too, depending on what you do.
Coming up on Frog Forest, this is actually one of my favorite levels. This level is really cool. Basically, the whole gimmick of it, you're in the forest and everything. There are actually frogs around the level. If you startle them, they'll make it rain and actually start growing a lot of vines, and the vines are basically just rails, extra fruit that you can bounce on and everything. They make basically make platforming for you.
Well, flipping the switch here just a little bit, we have $10 from Beans, which is appropriate for, the Puyo Pop incentive that's open up right now, saying, Puyo Puyo is one of my favorite games. I can't wait to see the extra stages from my goat Peas. We will hopefully get to see that there, as that pushes it to $60 for the upgrade to all levels there on Puyo Pop Fever. Keep on rolling that in. You all are doing awesome. Big no!
Yeah, that was another ground excel moment. That's really
sometimes when you go for the belly flop switch characters, it just kind of stops you in place, and particularly like that when we're on the edge of a platform. There's not. It's not the greatest. But let's see. Take 2.
Yeah, well, we'll not actually get it this time. I hit the wall, so I hit the spring.
Yeah,
right, well, we're definitely going for this. We're going to give this one shot, and if we don't get it, it's all we have. No. So there, if you thundershoot into ledges in a particular way, you can get what's called a thunder boost, or is it? And if you, there are ways to kind of like control like what speed you get there, and like you can get really fast ones depending on kind of like the way that you thunder shoot. And so I was trying to get a really fast one to skip that entire section, go essentially straight to the goal ring, but it is unbelievably difficult. So I was just gonna give it the one and call it, and it's all good.
Well, hey, as you keep racing
gotta
forward
respect
here,
it. Gotta respect it.
well, as you keep racing forward here, I just want to give a reminder for folks who might be popping in here for the end of the Sonic block, just real quickly, that Black and the Flash and Back to Black is doing a lot of charity events for Race Forward, which helps transfer the policies, institutions, I can never say that word right, excuse me, and culture that impacts our daily lives and ensures that every person has the power and resources to thrive. You can always check out more about the charity on www.raceforward.org. And this, once again, goes beyond just this event. I will keep reminding you all, because there's different chapters, speakers, and everything like that they do events across, the nation. So, like, please check them out if you get the opportunity here. Do what you can. Get involved wherever you can. And every donation that we have here in Back to Black, excuse me, goes directly to them. I'm trying to go too fast.
Welcome back to Black, right?
Yeah, that's so hard to say. It gets me every time. I'm so cooked. I just want to be like Sonic. I want to go fast.
Oh man. Speaking of going fast, Frog Forest. Not Frog Forest, Lost Jungle. That one. That's the guy. Sometimes the automation, obviously it being very fast, we can break out of it, but it doesn't always work out, right? But here we are. At the end of the stage, there's 1 minute flat. I mean, there's so many. There's a lot of the levels in this category are pretty short. I feel like sometimes you blink twice. You're like, oh, we're done here. Right?
Yep. Speaking of which, we're coming up to another team battle.
Solar Team.
Man,
I don't know. This one might be a little bit tricky.
It's a little hard. Soup, you got to lock in.
Yeah,
you got to
Lock in for this one.
You got to lock in, bro. Yeah. Wait, where's the...
A major misunderstanding.
What's going on here?
But we can't back down.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I'm so nervous. It's fine.
I'm so nervous, dude. You got to...
He's focusing. He's focusing.
Soup, you got to focus, dude. Oh, we're done.
Okay, there we go.
Oh, yeah. What was this? So, as you can see, exclamation hydrate here, right? But Team Chaotix fight, you can just do nothing.
Do nothing.
If you do not input any inputs on the controller from the moment this fight starts, Team Chaotix will beat the fight for you. So, you gotta, it's the lock-in boss, right? It's gotta be the hardest boss in all of gaming.
Mm-hmm. I can't believe Team MarsDouze wins by doing absolutely nothing.
Yep.
I was going to ask, now that we've seen Team Chaotix, officially now, who is your actual favorite team? Not just play-wise, but vibes-wise. Because I'm a big fan. A big fan of Big, rather. And I'm any game that includes him or anytime I get to play him, absolutely happy to have him there. But for you and y'all, who do you think?
Oh, if you guys do, for any of the people that know what I'm up to generally, it's 100% Chaotix. It's always been Chaotix.
Really?
It's the team that I'm generally the best at, and so it's the one I enjoy running the most. It's got a lot of meaning for me at this point now, speed running.
But would you have dinner with Team Chaotix? That terrifies me. So I'm I wouldn't be hanging out with them.
I mean, you're going to be covering the tab most likely.
Yeah, let's say, you gotta. You're not going out with Chaotix. They don't got it.
Define it. Money or swag?
No, money. Look, we know how cost is these days. You can't. It's hard. It's hard to live out here.
The funny thing is, if you ever you're looking at the cutscenes and stuff for this game, all of the teams have a different reason for essentially playing the game. Team Sonic's about justice. They gotta stop Eggman. He's gonna take over the world. Team Dark's trying to find out answers to who they are. Team Rose is trying to find their lost friends. Team Chaotix is real, man. They're just trying to pay their rent, man. They're trying to make ends meet. They're like, yo, we gotta do this so we can make some money, so we can pay our rent. You know, like it's
Landlord
it's
really came up. Landlord came up and really said, "All right, I'm gonna increase your rent or $200." It's like, bro.
There's even a voice line. If you just stand still for a while in Frog Forest, Vector just says, "Darn, I forgot to pay the electric bill." they really need
I
to
did
pay
not
the
know
bills.
that.
I hate to say, it, but okay, I'm gonna say, I'm kind of a Team Chaotix hater overall. I'm just kind of that guy. But after hearing this, I realize that I'm in the wrong to a certain degree here.
I mean, if you're talking the game casually, you are absolutely not in the wrong. Team Chaotix casually is kind of a meme, right? But,
Really?
but the speed run is awesome. But yeah, some of those missions are kind of brutal if you don't know where everything is. So you are not, this is not an uncommon opinion. That's all I'm saying.
Now that I've actually said that I'm a Team Chaotix hater overall, I expect like everyone to start donating in and just be like, "Hey, you, why do you hate the gator?"
They're just like me. I hate the red. Like that. That's what people are doing. Like, whoa, they're just like me for real.
Yeah. Yeah, now I know. Now I want to know who everyone else is like vibing with as well. I mean, it includes chat as well, but also the remainder of the couch.
My vibes, in terms of comedy, it's definitely Team Chaotix, but overall, I'd probably just say Team Sonic. I don't know. I like their vibes. They're pretty much just like a team of like 3 brothers at that point, and they're just going on an adventure together. And like, it also helps that Tails is my favorite Sonic character. Alongside, I also think Sonic and Knuckles are super cool. So, I just love the OG team.
Yeah, kind of Team Shonen. So I can absolutely understand that.
I mean, and they were kind of designed that way. We were talking about dev intended difficulty. Team Sonic is the quote unquote normal mode. So, definitely expected to have probably been most people's starting point. Or not starting point, I guess. There's the quote easy team, but probably the one people played the most.
Yeah, because you said earlier that Team Amy has the tutorial actually, and then you're supposed to play the rest of them.
So dev intended, the 4 different teams are supposed to represent different kind of difficulties or play styles. It's like Team Rose is the quote easy team, Team Sonic is the normal team, and then Team Dark is like hard mode. And then you have Team Chaotix, which is mission mode, which is kind of something different entirely, but
okay.
Yeah.
And
They have like a bunch of different objectives, which is why, casually, you'll definitely have some Chaotix haters out there because there are.
You're like, where is this torch that I missed, y'all? Like,
60 out of 60 torches, 85 out of 85 enemies. Like there's some stuff.
See, that's where I was coming from in that regard. Because I'm like, what are they doing? God, they're just annoying. I don't like them.
And then missions going on.
absolutely diabolical.
Oh, well,
easy, medium, hard, and pay rent difficulty. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Right.
Oh, easy, medium, hard, and impossible difficulty. Actually, is what I read.
Well, just real quick here, we do have a donation that I wanted to read out or give a shout out as well from Sandox for $12. No comment provided, but the love is absolutely felt. Thank you so much. And I'm just gonna say this one is like, yeah, I'm gonna say that's a win for Big the Cat personally. Yeah, let's go. Nothing easy said about Big the Cat because he's the best. So there we are. And we are marching our way there. We are getting closer to that 37K. So let's see if we can push that before the end of this run here. And as a reminder, the bid war is for who's the better mascot, which will go into the Yeti bundle that will be built after this event. Will close after Sonic Heroes. So if you want to see Mario in that bundle, make sure you do donate to that Bid Wars as well to push Mario over or to establish Sonic as the first place winner. This is your time to shine, y'all.
Speaking of times to shine, we've got Egg Fleet. And this stage, across all 4 teams, honestly, pretty sick.
Oh, yes. And this is going to have probably, actually, it's most likely the biggest skip in this entire run. Because this skip saves around, I believe this is like 50, 55 seconds.
40,
or
It's something, yeah, it's something like that. Either 40 or 50, just about. We're gonna skip an entire autoscroller, and that autoscroller is quite long. There is a nice little
get set up
dev
here.
to load this up. We're gonna go this out of bounds section over here so that we can set up, go into a spot that'll completely load the area that we're gonna get to after the autoscroller.
Now you may be wondering what happened there. There is just a trigger to teleport you to the end of the auto scroller section that we think was left in as kind of like a debug thing. And they're like, yeah, the players aren't going to be able to reach it. It's fine. Anyway, so we're able to just
nobody will ever find this.
Yeah, no one will ever find this random sphere in the middle of a non-playable zone, right? Yeah, about that part. Yeah, about that part.
Well, on the other side of things, we do have more on the playable spheres out there with the Puyo Pop Fever going up to $72. We got that $10 from Anonymous, no comment provided, but pop it into that Puyo Pop. So greatly appreciated. Keep that pushing, y'all. Want to make sure that we keep that going as much as we can. Don't want it to be too late to see those extra stages on Puyo Pop Fever.
That was a fire transition, by the way. What?
Oh, yeah, thank you. I've been commentating fighting games for a while.
Word.
Well, I mean, it's boxes over there, right? They're normally rectangles and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Love those rectangles. Love a good shape on a day.
We got the final level right here, which is Final Fortress.
And you can tell it says final in the name.
Wow. That's true. Can you imagine if it was like the first level, like in like for Gamma, where the first level is final?
Yeah, like wow, that was
is this
short.
The first level. Like wow, it's over now. That's quick. Yeah, Final Fortress just has like a lot of fun tech just to use, just like natural like movement tech. It's a fun level. Probably say I like Egg Fleet a little bit more than this level, but this level still got some fun stuff. It is a little bit nerve-wracking at times because of like all the this is where they put the most powerful robots in the game, like the E2000 robots and the hammer bots here. So you just gotta watch out for them most of the time.
Yeah, definitely. Especially like you'll have to fight one of them if you miss that. There is a trigger for that door to open. Or to close, I mean. And so it's open by default. So if you just jump over the trigger, fly over it, then you can skip having to fight one of the E2000 robots and go over it. Thankfully, I got it. It can be kind of annoying if you go for it and don't get it. Ooh. That was
okay. Yeah, we're good. We're good.
We're fine. We're fine.
Yeah, I'm like, literally not scared.
Back to our regularly scheduled program.
One of the big advantages to Rose, if you hold out your jump all the way through, you can get a hammer twirl. And so you can also do it if you tornado and then hold A. And so that's just another huge get out of jail free card. So in situations like that, I'm able to save myself and there's absolutely no problems at all. Last thing is time's coming up for the last hit of Emperor. And so we'll keep that in mind before we talk about
As we grab right over here into Soup's favorite boss, you know how he loves this guy so much, right? Heading into Egg Emperor. So immediately once Soup gains control after the cutscene, he's going to do a double rocket excel forward to bypass, being hit by the robot, and then he's going to do a single rocket excel. And this is not only going to get him the distance he needs, but he's going to grab one of the power cores sitting here in this first section. And then we're going to get the second one after the second ramp. And what we're looking for is flight level 2. Because as we talked about, Thundershoot can do a lot of damage very quickly.
And it locks the character onto Egg Emperor, so they're just constantly doing damage to them as well.
So there's flight level 1. The second one, Cream is going to go ahead and hit that balloon in the air. And now we've got it.
Okay, well, that's best part of this fight. Egg Emperor, so right there, you need both of your teammates hit on the same frame, and that has very varying results depending on what you may decide to do. And so, unfortunately, we didn't get it there, but it can one cycle that takes about 18 to 20 seconds. It's very sick. All right, time. I'm sorry.
Oh, it was
sorry.
time. Okay.
Yeah, I was thinking.
Oh, I thought it was going to be many more hits there. Well, good stuff.
Oh
there.
yeah,
Congratulations.
Thundershoot does a lot. Very
That fight,
quickly.
again, that fight can be 18 seconds on the. I was trying to explain it fast. That fight can be 18 seconds, but I got one cycle. It was wild.
Wow. No, that was amazing. Good stuff there.
Alrighty. And then, that's all, folks.
That's Team Rose.
That's that team, right?
There's Team Rose. You find out that it wasn't Eggman all along.
They
What?
say Froggy and Chicola, which is Cream's other child. And I believe that's Cheese's brother.
I'm not sure about the lore. I'm not sure about the lore implication.
You could have said anything there, and I would have believed you. I'm not.
You're like the cheese brother. I'm like, word.
Yeah, word. Yeah, I can't believe y'all didn't know that. Everybody knows that. Come on, guys. Like,
big shout outs to first off, the two homies on the couch, and of course GQ for having me.
Yeah.
right.
That was time.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. So big shout outs to people allowing me to do this and people coming in to join me, and of course the Heroes community and Sacer as a whole. Just that's my home. That's where I'm at for PD running a lot of the time. So just really appreciate all of y'all. Y'all know who the biggest offenders are. So
Yeah, shout outs to the whole like Sacer community, like Soup said, whole Heroes community. They're honestly like amazing people. They're some of the first people I ever met with learning how to speedrun, and I'm really glad to meet them. And all I can say is, if you're ever thinking about learning how to play Sonic Heroes, learning how to speedrun the game makes the experience so much better.
It is.
Sometimes get ready for Heroes moments, but you can laugh those off most of the time. But it's a really fun speed game. I definitely recommend it.
Yeah, and on that note, it is a very fun speed game, and obviously, like we said, there's 4 different teams, so there's got to be something for everyone, right? So,
There's something there for you.
Yeah. But shout outs to the Sacer community again. Nothing that hasn't been said. Y'all are awesome.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm going to double up on here and say, yeah, you all were awesome as well. But yeah, I didn't mean to interrupt you there. But yeah, anything else?
not really. No, I think we're good.
Yeah, awesome. I mean, we definitely know that you're good. We all just saw it right there. You caught everyone off guard.
He's pretty okay at the game. He plays it sometimes.
Just a little bit, maybe.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, anyways, let me look at the estimate here. Oh, you're 10 minutes under estimate. Okay, yeah. That was when we stopped the timer, we noticed.
I will say, so I appreciate it. Everybody's going to look crazy, but again, the bid war was between Rose and Chaotix. This is definitely the shorter of the two, so I hope that I'm 10 minutes under estimate. I really hope.
You were closer to 20 minutes.
You're that good, bro. We know. We know, dude. We understand. So we get it. You're going to be a kid, not scared. Yeah, you're awesome, man.
But no, that was absolutely incredible. And thank you all for showing up and giving so much good information about the game. That was absolutely wonderful. Thank you once more for that amazing Sonic Heroes run. And Chad, I hope you all liked that one as well, because that was speedy.